What's up? This is the List Money Multiplier course. It's finally out there after all this time. And what this course does is it runs you through the system that I've used to make clients millions of dollars through their online following. And what I want to do is just show you how it works. So what's it going to look like when you go through this? And I want to show you why it sets up a business for you where you can literally run it in maybe 5 to 10 hours a week and you can still make 5 figures a month. Okay, so as far as how to go through this course, if you first look at it, you might say, wow, there's a lot of information here, and it might be a little bit intimidating if you just look at it like this. Now, I want to make this very clear that there's only as much information as you're going to need to be successful at this. It literally puts everything all into one source of information for you. There's a lot of optional things that are there for reference. And the course itself actually helps you figure out what's the most important stuff to go through. So after the intro and I explain the system to you, there's this lesson here that explains how to determine what to go through depending on your account situation. Because people come into this course, some people with a few thousand followers, some people with 100,000 followers. Excuse me. So how you go through the course is going to be a little bit different. And the main difference is if you have a lot of followers, step one is probably just going to be more reference. I mean, you can improve your messaging through it. But if you have just a few thousand followers, it's going to be even more important to you because it explains more about how to generate authority and grow your account and stuff like that. So it's a very good section. One of the most important things, I think, no matter how many followers you have, is the social proof section. It explains how to get social proof and show it off. And then one very important section here is when you put it all together into a repeatable system where you do a handful of tweets a day, a couple threads a week, handful of other things as well, such as outreach and networking with influencers, that kind of thing. And as long as you do that, then you have a repeatable system that's going to help you grow considerably, and it's going to help you get leads. I mean, people are using this right now to get hundreds of followers, 1,000 a week sometimes. It really depends on what they're doing and how much they're doing it, but they're certainly getting a lot of followers, and it's an easy system to follow. So section 1E right here is content creation ideas and how to. A lot of things like tweet templates. So if you're not sure what to write, you can go through these tweet templates right here. And there's also a method at the end to figure out how to find what tweets are working. Kind of give yourself like unlimited content ideas there. Content ideas when you don't know what to create. This kind of stuff is here as well. So just in case you aren't sure what kind of content to create, it's all in there. Excuse me. So anyway, so step 2 is how to do effective market research. So again, if you have a lot of followers and you want to skip to this section, you probably can, as long as they know you for being an expert at something. I've certainly done this one-on-one where we jump right into market research and we start creating the offer immediately. So this just shows you what kind of things you want to know, and then there's a worksheet here as well, just to kind of put it into one place for you. It makes it nice and easy. So step 3 is creating your irresistible offer. Explains a lot of things. One thing here is it explains the different types of offer, basically the different types of offers that you can, like the structures of the offers, depending on what your goals are, shows you what the advantages and disadvantages are. Most people going through this are probably going to start with a coaching offer, whether it's one-on-one or group coaching, or even a hybrid. It explains how a hybrid would work. And it also explains other offer types, and later down the road, the course shows you how you can turn a group coaching offer into a course, for instance. So one cool thing here, I mean, this whole thing really explains how to make an offer so good that people say, like, this should be considerably more money than what you're charging. So it helps you take your expertise and put it into an irresistible offer. And one thing here, one feature I particularly like that a lot of people overlook is how to have a high end and a low end offer. So if your normal coaching offer is 5K and somebody says, I can't afford that, it shows you how to sell it for maybe half and you only half your time investment. So you're still selling your time at the same rate, but you're getting a client anyway. And it also explains how you can do that with somebody who has more money and wouldn't mind spending more money for a better experience. So that way you can put more money in your pocket. So anyway, excuse me. So when you're done, there's a offer cheat sheet here, and this is where you can put all of your offer information. And it just makes it easy to refer to, so you never have to ask yourself, okay, why is this so valuable again, or whatever. So that's very valuable for a lot of people. Okay, so after you sell your offer, obviously we want customers to be happy. We want them to get amazing results. So step 3C here is delivering your offer. Just a quick lesson on how to keep your clients happy. So step 4, now this is really cool. This actually saves you a lot of time. And this is a template that will help you basically launch your offer. And it's like plug and play. So all you got to do is plug and play whatever things basically go into the blanks, and you can launch this within an hour or two. And people have used this and they've said it's very helpful. And Kobe used this and he made $60K in a group coaching offer. Excuse me. And this actually has his examples as well. So that way you can see what it looks like on Twitter. So there's a lot of good stuff there. So determining lead qualities, quality leads, that is, determining who's actually worth getting on a call with. And this just explains that to you. And this actually has a couple templates you can use for your coaching intake form, which is pretty cool. So this is a cool section. So closing deals. Now, if you first get into this and maybe you don't have a lot of sales skills, or you haven't even done a phone sales in your life, you haven't done any phone sales before, then don't worry, because we really have this covered for you right here. And what this is a sales script that you can go through, and you can basically just follow it when you're on the phone. People have used this and they've said it's insanely useful. I mean, you don't go through this talking like a robot. You want to practice with it a little bit before you get on your first call. But after you use this a handful of times, it just absolutely kills it for you. So that's very useful. And there's also a lesson here by Andy Strom that explains how to do that. He's doing a guest lesson here. And another cool thing is that he actually has a course that you can go through as well. Let's see. And here it is. So this is Low Friction Sales by Andy Strom. It's part of the program. And Andy Strom, with his smiling face, is going to teach you how to sell and not be an asshole at the same time. And it's a very good course. You don't have to go through it, but I definitely recommend it. I mean, why wouldn't you? It takes a few hours to go through. It'll definitely help you a lot when it comes to sales. But you can go through a section however you want, really. And the amount of time you want to put into learning sales is up to you. This next section is how to create a high converting landing page. So this is a big bonus, and this is from Irene Glass on Twitter. And this gives you a handful of templates that you can use. All you have to do is send me your card email. I'm going to send it to you. So Card, if you don't use it, it's a landing page software. And it's something like $19 a year or $29 a year. It's like dirt cheap. And that's where these templates are. So what I recommend is once you get the template, you can use that template very easily for inspiration for your copy, because you can just plug and play basically. But if you want to have more explanation of what to write, there's an entire lesson here by Irene. And me personally, I would not want to go through this entire lesson unless I was like seriously, I don't know, in a landing page writing mood, I guess. But what this does is, like, for instance, if you understand how to do one thing but not another, like maybe you're not sure how to put in the social proof part, you can scroll down here and it'll teach you what to say, right? So this is what I recommend is you use this for reference. I don't think you should go through the entire thing unless you want to spend a lot of time with it. It's up to you. But there's 3 lessons here. One's on copy, one's on the branding itself, and then one's on the actual design. You don't really need to go through all of them because the template pretty much has you covered, but I do think that at least going through sections of the landing page copy one would be the most useful. All right, so now we're at step 5 and 6. So this is where we really start saving a lot of time with this program, and this is where it starts to, like once this is done, you can really automate the majority of your business. And this is a really cool thing. So this is when you create your automated sales machine. So this is after your offer is selling and you got people going through it. We can jump into this, and this is like, how do you write emails that are going to sell this thing for you on autopilot? And to make it easy for you, I have an entire swipe file here that you can just copy this, and obviously not word for word, but the point is, like, you can go through there and just like use that as inspiration for your own stuff. And we explain how to structure it and go from there. So this takes a little bit of time. There's no way around it, but at the same time, it's once you set it up, it's going to work for you forever. So anyway, so last section is how to refine your offer, and this is after people have gone through your offer, and you can kind of determine what things went the best, what things could have used improvement, and like how can we create tools that are going to basically make things easier for you to deliver. How can we reduce your time investment, and how can we get them amazing results, if not better? Okay, so at the end, we have step 7, which is basically just wrapping it up, making sure you got everything that you could from this program. And in step 7B, it's about long-term growth lead generation. So once everything's set up and your offer's selling for you pretty much on autopilot, you have a lead magnet where you can just send traffic to, and you can just write your content. Really, using this stuff, you could write it in just a couple hours a week, and then just send it to your automated email machine. This just talks about other lead generation methods you can use and gives you like a checklist as well that you can use for lead generation in the long term. So anyway, you can see how this course sets you up in the long term for a lot of money and minimal time investment once it's set up. So you got to work hard once, like I said, but once you have it, you have it. And it's a pretty amazing thing. We've had amazing results from this. People have made way more than 6 figures a year. Way more than, when I say 6 figures, I mean 100K. So people have made significantly more than 100K a year just from this stuff. And you can see how it's incredibly valuable. And at the end here, we got some bonus lessons. And this is, again, more so for reference than anything else. I mean, there's some stuff here on productivity, mindset, networking, email marketing. And this is just if you need it. If you feel like, for instance, you want to learn how to do some affiliate marketing, there's some stuff here for you. And, it's all optional if you want to go through it. So you can really see how this course, I mean, it took me 2 years to make this freaking thing. I started List Money Multiplier program about 2 years ago. And this is everything basically put together. And yeah, it's pretty cool stuff, as you can see. Okay, and the last piece here is group coaching. So as you can see, the person who's doing our beta testing of the course, Matt, he closed a $3,000 deal in just 7 days or so, barely any more than a week tops, and he only has 1,100 followers. So You could see it worked for him really well. And I was even a little bit surprised by it because I didn't think he was going to close his client. But anyway, so this is just where we're going to do our coaching, and it's we got several text channels here. One is for wins, so anytime something does really well, I'm going to tell everybody, and that's going to be encouraging for everybody. Another thing here is thread retweets, so the people who are taking the course with you, they're in the coaching channel with you. They can help you share your content. You can help them share their content, and that way, you can basically grow quicker. So we also have some voice channels here, as you can see down here. And with those, what we're going to do is, let's just say I'm on my phone, and there's a handful of people in there, and you guys want to jump into you just want to jump into a quick chat, voice chat or whatever. We can do that if it helps you more. So that's just if I'm available. Yeah, that's an option for you as well. So anyway, so that is the course. And if you want to join, what you can do, send me a message on Twitter or do whatever else I might say when I write it out in text. I might say email me or whatever if I'm sending this to you through email. This is not intended to be a huge launch. And the reason why is because I only want a handful of people for the time being in this group chat. It's just so I can manage everything. And then once I know everything is 100% manageable, I can see how it plays out. Then I can open it up to a lot more people. So this isn't supposed to be a huge launch or anything like that. I just want this to go really well for you if you buy this. And that's what I'm here for. That's why I only want a handful of people. I want you to absolutely kill it. And as you can see, really from this whole course, I mean, people are making $100,000 a year off this information. A lot of them are making even more than that. So, this current version is only $6K if you pay up front. And if you pay in pieces, you can pay $1,000 a month up until $8K for 8 months. So even that, I mean, you're looking at a hell of a return, and I'm going to work with you until you make all of your money back at least. And fucking Telegram, man. So until you make at least all of your money back, and there's a 30-day guarantee. So if you absolutely hate this course for whatever reason, I don't know why you would, but if you do, you can get your money back. So basically, you can try it for no risk. So anyway, so that's it, and yeah.